from Washington International. St. Stephen's and St. Agnes. And Robinson meet today on It's Academic. Hello, everybody. I'm Hillary Howard. This is the opening round. You know how it works. Each team begins with 100 points. 10 up for a right answer, 10 down for a wrong answer. Contestants don't see what you do on the screens at home. Let's begin. 35 years ago, 1983. You might want your parents for help in this round. It's all about events 35 years ago, back in 1983. See if you can identify the following. Congress created a national holiday in January honoring this man. Robinson.
Martin Luther King Jr.
That's right. Death came to this inventor of the geodesic dome. The answer is Buckminster Fuller. This woman was re-elected Prime Minister of Great Britain. Robinson.
Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher it is. She became the first American woman in space. Robinson.
Sally Ride.
Sally Ride is right. 35 years ago, he published his novel Foundation's Edge. St. Stephen's.
Isaac Asimov.
That's right. She won a Pulitzer Prize for her novel The Color Purple. St. Stephen's.
Jane Austen.
No, Alice Walker. A bomb destroyed the U.S. Marine barracks in this Lebanese capital city. Washington.
Beirut.
Yeah. The Vatican resumed relations with this largest Scandinavian country. Washington.
Sweden.
Yeah, you've got it. And that's the end of the round.
It's Academic with Hillary Howard. Now in its 58th season. And for 50 years, proudly sponsored by Giant.
Hello, everybody. We are so glad you've joined us on this Saturday morning for It's Academic. Let's jump in and meet the teams. We begin with Washington International School here in Washington, D.C. Anand May, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Anand May. I'm a senior at Washington International School, and I would like to thank our alternates, Katrine and Rebecca, and I do varsity soccer.
All right, cool. Luke.
Hello, I'm Luke Courtney. I'm also a senior at Washington International School, and I would like to thank our friends and family for coming to support us today.
All righty, and hello, Victor.
Hello, my name is Victor Vergara de la Garza, and I'd like to thank our coaches, Mr. March and Miss Vargo, and also our principal, Mr. Marcus, and I do track and field.
Very good. Gentlemen, these questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. San Jose physician. You won't need a physician if you can find in this phrase the name of what biblical figure who had a coat of many colors?
Joseph.
Joseph is right. All the consonants are missing here from the name of what African country founded by freed American slaves?
Liberia.
It is Liberia. Sell bait. You don't have to sell anything to gain 20 points if you rearrange these letters to name what French prison stormed by a mob on July 14th, 1789.
Bastille.
Bastille is right. Iroquois, Apache, Seminole. In the 19th century, which of these three Native American tribes was led by Cochise and Geronimo?
Apache?
Yeah, it's Apache. Like the rocks at blank. Nothing knocks him down. In an old movie, a king is described with this line, which you can complete by naming what prehistoric structure on England's Salisbury Plain.
Stonehenge.
It is Stonehenge. Nice. Washington International, 220 points. From Alexandria, Virginia, St. Stephen's and St. Agnes. First, we get to greet Alicia.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm a senior, and I'd like to thank our alternates, Hudson, Jessica, and Adrian.
All righty. Hello, Will.
Hello, my name's Will, and today I'd like to thank our head of school, Miss Adams, and as well as our director of the upper school, Mr. Mallett.
All righty. And Mary Margaret. Hi.
Hi, I'm Mary Margaret. I'm a senior, and I'd like to thank our coaches, Dr. Klein and Miss Sandoval, and my favorite actor and a wonderful man, Danny DeVito.
Okay, well, let him know. A gumbo I served. Whether or not you like gumbo, you can find in this phrase the name of what capital city of Idaho?
Boise.
Boise.
Yes. If you add the right 3 vowels here, you'll spell the name of what family prominent in Renaissance Florence?
Medici.
Yeah. And rags. You can name one of the 7 wonders of the world if you rearrange these letters to get what hanging, flower-filled places in ancient Babylon.
Gardens.
Gardens is right. Know Nothing, Greenback, Prohibition. Which of these was an 1850s political party whose members
Know Nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Life should be like a steady visible. To complete this quote from one writer, place in the blank what electromagnetic radiation that travels at 186,000 miles per second?
Light.
Light it is. St. Stephen's, nice, 200 points. From Fairfax Robinson High School, how you doing, Joshua?
Hi, I'm Joshua Link. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our assistant principal, Mrs. Phillips.
All righty. Megan, how are you?
Hi, I'm Megan Sullivan. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Robinson, and I'd like to thank our teammate Mason, who couldn't be here today, and our alternate Lily.
And Bridget?
Hi, I'm Bridget Sheridan. I'm a 14-year-old freshman at Robinson, and I would like to thank our friends and family for coming to support us today.
Would you like to introduce your mascot?
Yes, this is the Robinson Ram.
All right, here we go, guys. Interpol and FBI. Amid all this law enforcement, you can find the hidden name of what European country whose capital is Warsaw?
Poland.
Yes. I'm asking you to add some more letters here to name what Midwestern Cornhusker state?
Nebraska.
It's Nebraska. Avenge. The letters in this word can be rearranged to identify what Swiss city for which the conventions governing the treatment of prisoners of war are named.
Geneva.
It is Geneva. Afghanistan, Nepal, Albania. Which one of these countries shares a land border with Iran?
Afghanistan.
It is. No pessimist ever discovered the secrets of the... To complete this optimistic quote from Helen Keller, add what type of celestial body such as Polaris or Rigel?
Star. Star.
Star it is. Nice, Robinson. 230 points. That's the end of the round.
Tonight at 7 p.m., join Coach Jay Gruden, Redskins great Chris Cooley, and the voice of the Redskins, Larry Michael, for the Coaches Show, presented by Koch Industries. The action starts tonight at 7 p.m., only on NBC4, your official Redskins television station.
People aren't talking about how Giant's delicious Nature's Promise turkey is free from antibiotics. They're not talking about our easy grab-and-go chicken wing trays, or that our sustainable shrimp wrapped in prosciutto makes the perfect appetizer. They're also not talking about our delicious spiral ham glazed with real honey. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, hello. That looks so good. At Giant, it's the little things that make mealtime easy, leaving more time for those closest to you during the holidays.
Mark your calendars. The 26th annual NBC4 Telemundo Health and Fitness Expo has a new date. Join us January 12th and 13th at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center. NBC4 is working for you.
I'll see you there. Hey, today's contestants will receive tickets to the International Spy Museum, where they'll encounter intrigue, deception, and daring escapes at the only museum dedicated to espionage. Nothing is what it seems at the Spy Museum. And while they're at the Spy Museum, check us out on Facebook and like us, please. It's the picture-perfect round. Questions are worth 20 points, up or down. Let's recap the scores, though, before we dive in. Washington International, 220. St. Stephen's and St. Agnes, 200. Robinson, 230. All right, let's get to the first question. This crab nebula is 6,000 light years from Earth. In what constellation named for the zodiac sign of the bull? St. Stephen's.
Taurus.
Taurus is right. This is the wing of what kind of fly used by Thomas Hunt Morgan in his groundbreaking genetics experiments? Robinson.
Fruit fly. Fruit fly.
Fruit fly it is. Here you have a view of one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. What Czech Republic capital? Washington. Yep,
Prague.
that's it. It's Prague. This expression is equal to what positive integer? St. Stephen's. Answer? In 3, 2.
Root 3/2.
No, just 3. On display at the U.S. Capitol is this picture showing the goddess Minerva with Ben Franklin, Samuel Morse, and what man who built the steamship Clermont? St. Stephen's.
Fulton.
Yeah. This 3,000-year-old Egyptian temple is located at what L-initialed town? Washington?
Luxor.
That's right. Magnesium, copper, potassium. Choice. When burned, which of these elements will produce a brilliant white flame? Washington.
Magnesium.
Pardon me?
Magnesium.
Magnesium is right. Here you see the construction of India's Red Fort, built by what 17th century ruler who also built the Taj Mahal? Washington.
Akbar.
No, it's Shah Jahan. That's it. We'll be right back after this.
Sunday after News 4 at 11, tune in for Redskins Final, your complete wrap-up of Sunday NFL football. Catch the Redskins locker room report, highlights, and more, all right here on Redskins Final after News 4 at 11 on NBC4.
Radley Acura in Falls Church and Karen Radley Acura in Woodbridge, part of DC Acura dealers. Come check out 2 of our area locations and test drive the brand new Acura RDX today. Radley Acura and Karen Radley Acura. Radley delivers.
People aren't talking about how Giant's delicious Nature's Promise turkey is free from antibiotics. They're not talking about our easy grab-and-go chicken wing trays, or that our sustainable shrimp wrapped in prosciutto makes the perfect appetizer. They're also not talking about our delicious spiral ham glazed with real honey. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, hello. That looks so good. At Giant, it's the little things that make mealtime easy, leaving more time for those closest to you during the holidays.
Hello. You know, all of these students are very smart. I know that you know that. They do get some help from the faculty and coaches that works with them on its academic teams. Let's meet them. From Washington International, Luke, who's with you?
So this is Mr. Marcus, our principal. These are our coaches, Mr. March and Miss Fargo. Mr. March teaches physics, and Miss Fargo teaches geography.
Great to see you guys. From St. Stephen's and St. Agnes, Will, who's with you?
To my right is our beloved coach, Dr. Klein. She teaches English at our school. And to my left is Miss Sandoval. She teaches art history at our school.
Wonderful. Nice to have you guys again. And from Robinson, Megan, who's with you?
To my right is our coach, Mr. Campana, who also teaches Spanish. Behind me is Miss Phillips, our associate principal. And to my left is Mr. Bird, our coach and physics teacher.
Awesome. Good to have you guys. So it's the packet round. We have these 3 packets. Washington International will answer questions from one of them first. St. Stephen's and St. Agnes gets to choose which packet that will be. Which packet, Will?
Packet 3.
Packet 3. There are 8 questions in the packet. As you know, if you get all of them right, bells, whistles, 25-point bonus. One of the most popular breeds of dog is what sort of retriever named for a region of Canada?
Labrador?
Yeah, it's Labrador. Winston Churchill gave his famous Iron Curtain speech in 1946 at a Midwest college which shares its name with what famous London abbey?
Westminster.
Westminster it is. Acids are often found outside the chemistry lab. Ascorbic acid is just another name for what common vitamin found in citrus fruits?
Vitamin C.
Yeah. Science question. In a cave, stalactites and stalagmites are formed by the decomposition of calcium bicarbonate into water, carbon dioxide, and which of these?
Calcium carbonate.
That's right. During the same decade that E.M. Forster wrote A Passage to India, Vita Sackville-West wrote a book titled Passenger to what capital city of Iran?
Tehran.
Tehran is right. Shakespeare dealt with merry wives in one play, but with a very unhappy husband in what drama about a jealous man married to Desdemona?
Othello.
It is Othello. Here's your math question. What is the value of this expression, giving your answer as an integer?
50.
50 is it? The longest period in which no new amendments were added to the Constitution was the 61 years preceding what number amendment that outlawed slavery?
16th?
No, it was the 13th, but nicely done. Washington International, 400 points. St. Stephen's and St. Agnes is up. Robinson, packet 1 or 2?
2.
2. 2 for you. Captain Ahab might have steered his ship by the stars in constellation Cetus, whose name refers to what sea mammal such as Moby Dick?
The whale.
Yeah. The first Shakespeare scenes ever filmed back in 1899 were from the drama about what king who had signed the Magna Carta?
King John.
It was King John. A wise tourist in Greece will note that some Greek coins featured what wise bird sacred to the goddess Athena?
The owl.
The owl is right. Here's your science question. If a molecule of a substance contains 2 atoms joined together, the molecule is which of these?
Diatomic.
Yep, that's it. Toledo, Ohio is trying to get rid of weeds to make the city more attractive to the monarch variety of what lepidopterous insects?
The butterfly.
Butterflies is correct. Having survived 2 Nazi concentration camps, what Nobel Peace Prize winner wrote about his experiences in a book titled Night? Answer? In 3, 2, 1.
F. Essel.
No, it's
F.
Elie Wiesel. Close, but not quite there. Here's your math question. What is the value of this expression if x equals 8?
11.
11 is right. On his way to fight the Greek War of Independence, Lord Byron sailed on a ship named for what 19th century South American hero called the Liberator?
Cortez.
No, Simon Bolivar. Well, nice job, St. Stephen's, St. Agnes, 340. Packet number 1 for Robinson. Using sticks to measure the depth of water is just one of the activities practiced by what largest of the great apes?
Gorilla.
It is a gorilla. 600 men, all thinking a great deal of themselves and very little of each other, was one man's view of what lower house of British Parliament?
House of Commons. House of Commons.
It's the House of Commons. Because of its disastrous floods, the phrase China's sorrow is sometimes used to describe what Chinese river with a colorful name?
Yellow. Yellow.
Yellow it is. Here's your science question. If you analyzed the metals in Earth's crust, you could accurately state that which of these is the most abundant?
Aluminum.
Yes. There was relief on December 21st in 2012 when the world did not come to an end, as had been predicted by what pre-Columbian people who lived in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula?
Mayan.
That's right. It was at the request of the Emperor Augustus that what ancient Roman author wrote his epic work, the Aeneid?
Virgil.
Virgil is correct. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression when both x and y equal 6.
48.
48 is right. The right people in the right jobs was an 1875 political pledge by what man who managed to secure a top-level job as Germany's Iron Chancellor?
Bismarck. Bismarck.
We've got a 25-point bonus for Robinson. Stick around, the glad bag is coming up.
Want to give your family the best in entertainment and know you're getting big value for your money? Switch to Xfinity and you can get both. Call 1-800-307-1010 to learn more about all of our streaming options. Or get started with Xfinity TV and Internet for $49.99 a month for 12 months with no term contract. Get more of the entertainment you want with customizable streaming TV. And stream live TV and the most free shows anytime, anywhere. Plus, get more out of your internet with Xfinity XFi, the best in-home Wi-Fi experience with the speed, coverage, and control you need throughout your home. Call 1-800-307-1010 to get started for $49.99 a month for 12 months. And you can also learn more about all of our streaming options and flexible channel packs. Plus, when you get X1, you can get access to all your streaming apps in one place, including Netflix and YouTube. See how much value your family can get out of entertainment that brings everyone together. Call 1-800-307-1010 today.
Now everyone at home should get ready for another year of Giant's A+ School Rewards program. You can earn points and help local schools every time you use your Giant card. Thanks to you, Giant Food has been able to award over $36 million to thousands of schools since 2000. Signing up for your Giant card is easy. Simply go to giantfood.com or stop by the Customer Solutions Center at any Giant store. Experience the magic of A+ School Rewards each time you shop. Welcome back for the grab bag round where anything can happen. Let's recap the scores before we begin. Washington International 400, St. Stephen's and St. Agnes 340, Robinson 435. Questions in this round, as you know, are worth 20 points, up or down, 30 points for the visual questions. Our Constitution assigns duties in both the executive and legislative branches to what official who can vote in the Senate only? Robinson.
Vice President.
Vice President is right. Arizona was admitted to the U.S. as what number state, making it the last of the contiguous Robinson?
48. 48.
48 it is. The Nun, the Dun, and the Son of a Gun was an early work by what English author who later teamed with Sir Arthur Sullivan to write operettas like HMS Pinafore? St. Stephen's.
Gilbert.
That's it. On your screens for 30 points. This girl and her young brother live in what small South American country where Paramaribo is capital? St. Stephen's.
Paraguay.
No, it's Suriname. The city of Hiroshima is located on what largest Japanese island whose name also begins with an H? St. Stephen's.
Hokkaido.
No, Honshu. The cosine of what acute angle is equal to the sine of 20 degrees? Robinson.
70.
70 is right. In the 1850s, the phrase border ruffians referred to pro-slavery forces who entered Kansas from what neighboring state?
Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri is correct. On your screens for 30 points. Not so much brains as earwax. Shakespeare wrote this nasty description of what legendary Greek king who sacrificed his daughter Iphigenia? Robinson.
Agamemnon.
Yeah, that's right. The next question, my cards are stuck together. Last summer, experts from all over the world worked together to rescue a boys' soccer team from a cave. Washington.
Thailand.
That's it. Choice. A comparison of carbon monoxide with carbon dioxide illustrates what principle? Law of multiple proportions, Newton's first law, or conservation of matter? Robinson.
Conservation of matter.
Nope, it's law of multiple proportions. Many early alchemists adopted as their symbol what mythical bird? Said to Robinson.
Phoenix.
Phoenix is right. On your screens for 30 points. These stamps honored what French brothers who demonstrated hot air balloons in the 18th century? The answer is Montgolfier. What man tried careers in medicine and teaching before becoming the World War French Prime Minister known as the Tiger? Washington.
Charles de Gaulle.
No, it's Georges Clemenceau. When Leonardo da Vinci was 30, he moved from Florence to what other Italian city where he painted? St. Stephen's.
Milan.
Yes, Milan is correct.
When you finish, that will be it.
Sometime after finding Victoria Falls, what Scottish missionary was himself found by H.M. St. Stephen's?
Livingston.
Yeah, you're right. One example of a palindrome is what nickname given the young hero of Dickens's Great Expectations? St. Stephen's.
Pip.
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 Pip is it. And that's the end of the game.
It's easy at Sheehy.
Why fight the crowds? Sheehy's Black Tag sales event is here all month long. Shop for your easy price online to get the lowest price up front. It's easy.
It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy.
People aren't talking about how Giant's delicious Nature's Promise turkey is free from antibiotics. They're not talking about our easy grab-and-go chicken wing trays, or that our sustainable shrimp wrapped in prosciutto makes the perfect appetizer. They're also not talking about our delicious spiral ham glazed with real honey. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, hello. That looks so good. At Giant, it's the little things that make mealtime easy, leaving more time for those closest to you during the holidays.
You take the wheel. I'll find the deals. Think Black Friday deals are in the rearview mirror? Think again. NTB and Merchants Black Friday Savings event has been extended through December 2nd. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free on top brand tires like Goodyear, Continental, Cooper, Nitto, and more. Plus, use your store credit card and get a $75 rebate and pay no interest for 12 months. It's the Black Friday Savings event extended through December 2nd. Only at NTB and Merchants. That's all you need.
Join me. A revolution is coming. We're going to be pushing everyday men and women, both physically and mentally. This truly is the challenge of a lifetime.
Welcome to the Titan Games.
This is your moment. Own it.
It's easy, it's she.
Why fight the crowds? Geez, Black Tag sales event is here all month long. And with our Easy Trade, you'll get up to 125% of KBB value.
It's easy, it's she. She.com.
The scores are now official. We begin with St. Stephen's and St. Agnes from Alexandria. Alicia, Will, and Mary Margaret, 370 points. From Washington, D.C., the Washington International School, Ananme, Luke, and Victor, 420 points. And coming back for the playoffs, we have Robinson High School from Fairfax, Joshua, the Ram, Megan, and Bridget with 525 points. Please join us next week when we have Jefferson, Bishop, O'Connell, and Poolsville. I'm Hillary Howard, so glad you were here to join us on this Saturday. Remember, education matters. Come on down, everybody.
Could have been worse. That's fine.
Yeah, mythology question.
Good job, Katrina.
Yeah. I didn't know.
I thought I brought that.
I didn't think Shakespeare would have written about Agamemnon. I don't. What play is that?
Doesn't get me that. I should have gone that 13.
Yeah. I'd like to think I.
Thank you.
Thank you, you guys.
Love the sign. Yeah, it was difficult, but we pulled them through. We carried that weight. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.